sound this entire time. Really, y'all? Miss Sonia, thank you. But y'all know I'd be late anyway. So I finally found y'all. Uh-oh. And I gotta hook the phone back up. I don't know what happened. But thanks, y'all. So yeah, hey everybody. Whoever didn't hear me say hey, I love y'all. Hey, happy Friday. And welcome to Craftable Things. And tonight it's already starting out as a craftable mess, but we are here together. So let me show y'all what we're doing. If you didn't hear, we're doing a tote with Eve, right? We're doing a tote with Eve. Eve should be on shortly. And I've never done a tote before. So you guys are going to see me do something for the very first time. But what I did do is because I didn't have any fabric and I was not going out to get any fabric because I'm still, if you follow my other channel, y'all know I'd be an anxious mess. So I did not go out to get any. I do have fabric that I have like these small pieces like this, but it's not enough because I need 4 pieces of 16 by 16 fabric. So that doesn't really work out for me. Right, so let me go in. Oh, y'all so sweet. Hey, y'all, thank you for telling me it's no sound. Look, and I'm still late. Tell me y'all can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Oh, so, all right, thanks. See, let me see if y'all still can hear me. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, nope, still can't. Hold on, hold on. Kirsten, girl, it's one of those days. It is. It was definitely. Thanks, thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all telling me it's no sound like y'all know that I haven't even gotten down that far. Y'all know that. Oh, did Dims text me? Oh, Shay's been texting me. Shay, look at my look. Girl, and the sound is off because I turned the sound off over there because I can't hear. I if the sound is on over there, it'll echo over here. So hotmess.com, hotmess.com. So yeah, let me see if y'all can hear me now. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Can I hear? Oh, maybe what I was saying wasn't important. Well, it really was important what I was saying because I was saying hi to all of y'all. But that one subscriber who wishes that I would stop saying hi to everybody at the beginning, girl, you got your wish. God is good. You got your wish. Hey boo, what's up? I saw so many of y'all already while I was scrolling. So hey y'all, happy Friday and welcome to this wonderful world of craftable mess. Thank you for being here. Hold on, let me see. Y'all, I was so close to not doing this tonight, and then Eve texted me back, and she was like, "Yes." I was like, "Oh, okay, we're doing it." Were you guys calling me? Let me look at the phone. Hold on. Y'all. Only one I got Maryland and Mare Bear. Look at y'all so clutch. I got Demps. Look at I love y'all. Y'all be looking out. Y'all be looking out. Thanks, guys. Y'all know I'm behind. So I'm just some of y'all are about to get your wish. I'm just scrolling all the way down to the very last message. And that is Barb LaFont. Hey, Shanita Nicole. Hey, girl. Happy Friday. It is a happy Friday. Y'all, I have not been to work all week. All week. Maybe that's why I can't get myself together. But look, so I don't know if this is going to work. The video that you sent me, I think we're supposed to use cotton or something like that. I don't know, but I don't really follow directions really well. So we are going to use some other fabric. So this is like canvas fabric that I got from Amazon. Let me show y'all. I showed you guys a few months ago and I actually never used it. So all right, I got some exercise for the day. So this is the canvas roll that I have, and it's supposed to be, it is polyester because y'all see it's subbed really nicely, but it's subbed. And so I was like, you know what? I haven't used it yet. Why not use it now? And so I was supposed to go out and get some fabric, but if you didn't hear that before, yeah, no, I have not been out of the house much all week. So yeah, that didn't happen. But so I designed this to be the outside of the bag because guess what, y'all? We like crafting things and kind of looks like Dunkin' Donuts. Where's my key? Oh, here it is. So that's going to be the outside of the bag. And then here is going to be the inside of the bag. Now, let me tell you about the inside of the bag. Now, I pieced these two together, and this looks very, very good because this is a 16 by 16, and my printer prints up to 13 by 19. And so these are actually two pieces. You can't tell because I was able to actually get it pretty decent. But this one, it's lined up really good. And you guys probably, maybe if I think I can see a little variation in the color. So there's a little variation in the color. It's not because of like how it was lined. It's because I used two different sublimation papers. And so if you think that there is no big deal between like sublimation papers and using different ones at the same time or anything like that, this is for y'all to see that there is, you definitely want to stick with the same sublimation paper, because y'all probably can't tell because of how the lighting is, but I can see, like, if you guys look where that N is, that's, you can tell right there. And so I used two different papers. This one looks amazing, but this one still looks good. It doesn't look bad, but yeah. Sin, I know I saw your name somewhere. Sin, your girl is over here being a hot mess crafter tonight. I was talking for like a good 15. First of all, I was late. Then I was talking for like a good 10 minutes with no sound. Happy Friday, y'all. Okay, and so this one, so this looks dull, and I use different papers for this one too. But because this is mine, I don't really care. But this is, I used two different papers, and I had a pressure situation in the middle with the two papers because one of the papers is thick and the other paper is thinner. So it did not press as it should. And I even had like firm pressure, but it still didn't. But you can definitely see it here. And this is not 100% polyester. This is actually the 60, I think it's 60-40 blend that they have at Walmart. And I had some of this lying around, so I was like, I'm going to use this, but use this as the liner of the bag. Y'all know I like all these colorful things together, right? So for tonight, you need 4 pieces of fabric. Then you need 4 pieces of 16 by 16 fabric. 2 of those pieces will be the outside and 2 of the pieces will be in the inside. But y'all, this I did sub. So that material, I subbed this design onto that material I showed you guys earlier. And I got that from Amazon a few months ago. I don't know if it's still available, but I got it a few months ago. So let me see who I missed. Sorry, y'all. Hold on, let me go back up. Let me go back up. All y'all who were calling me, I'm so sorry. And I have the ringer off. On Friday nights, I turn the ringer off. And I usually turn it off like maybe like an hour before because it seems like every single time that I'm about to go on live, everybody wants to call me then. So I usually turn it off because usually I'm not ready. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna have to put this back over there. Shandy, exact girl, exactly. I don't know. I still gotta say hey. Let me see. Let me make sure I sent. Oh, come on. Look, even Eve called me. Come whenever. Come on whenever. I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'm a hot mess. I can't wait to tell Eve how much of a hot mess I've been today, y'all. Oh, yeah, I do, but I don't usually keep. This is only like once I get attached, like I'm like a kid where I get attached to one thing. This is the what is this one? I think the 11, and I don't think I am ever gonna get rid of it. Thanks, y'all. It is it well it's so it's this font called I think the font is called Duncan or something like that, and I found it on DeFont. So I found this font on DeFont.com, and I just changed like the colors and everything because I was making some emojis for the members so that y'all use up those emojis. I don't know if you guys see those emojis. Kirsten and the rest of y'all use up the emojis. I worked kind of hard on them. So that roll was maybe like $96, I think, about $90 when I ordered it a few months ago. So, but it's pretty good. This material is pretty good. It's supposed to be like a canvas type of. Oh, Eve is here. Let me not prolong this any longer because y'all know I'm a hot mess and I did not even turn the TV on. Hold on, let me bring Eve in because she's gonna be like, "Girl, you need to get your roll life together." Hey, boo.
We are both a hot mess, okay? Let me tell you. Hey, boo.
Hey, boo.
I've been here the whole time, right?
Uh huh.
And when I tell you that I used an old link of your StreamYard, so I was sitting in that backstage just to type into you to tell you we can't. Look, it's not just you tonight. I swear it's not.
Thank you.
I was
Thank
like,
you.
bruh.
How is this happening?
So
I don't
anyway,
feel
I'm
alone.
excited. I'm ready to sew. I'm just we need to sew. I'm ready to sew.
Yes, I'm excited, and I needed this just for how this entire week I did not go to work all week this week. Just anxious as all outdoors, and so I'm so happy that you were like, "Oh no, we're gonna do it." I was like, I told my friend earlier, Thea, I was like, "Yeah, I don't think." I said, "But I gotta do it because Eve's gonna come on." And then when you were like, "Yeah," I was like, "Okay, yeah, I gotta do it." So this is really good. Um, it's about to be a therapeutic session.
Yes, it is, girl. Yes, it is. So I didn't even go when I saw Uni's fabric, the African print.
Uh
I
huh.
already had bought some African print fabric like years ago that I never used. So I was like, let me pull this out. So I have two different patterns. Like I have this pattern here, and then I have your traditional pattern. Whoops, right here. So I wasn't
Okay.
sure which one I was going to use, but I have both of these as an option for the outside of my bag.
Well, that's
And then
pretty.
for the inside, I'm going to use probably something really similar to what you use to sublimate your fabric. I have a um, huge, massive, hold on, let me see if I can pick it up. Massive bolt of percent polyester.
It's polyester.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to use this as the lining. I'm not going to sublimate it because, as I mentioned, my sublimation machine is broken right now. So
Oh,
I'm just going to use the white on the inside for the time being. But I'm really looking forward to it. I love, love, love sewing tote bags. that's pretty much what started my love of sewing is tote bags.
Really? Well, I'm
Hmm.
about to learn. I'm about to learn from you tonight because I briefly watched the videos and I told myself I was going to print out the instructions.
Hmm.
Girl,
It's funny because once you sew one, you you pretty much can sew any without any instructions whatsoever, other than just keeping your measurements the same.
okay.
So you don't have to have 16 by 16. You could do 16 by 20. You could do whatever size you want to create the shape bag that you want, but the basics remain the same for the handle, the outside, and the lining. So I'm just really excited. So
Me too. Me
tote bag
too.
queen, man, I love tote bag.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm super excited. And when you started pulling out this fabric, I remember that I think my grandma gave you a whole bunch of fabric. Actually, I think she gave it to my daughter, and my daughter never did anything with it. I might have to go see if I have that. But I do have. I don't know how thick can the fabric be because this is almost like a canvas type of
That's
feel.
fine. That's
It's
fine.
fine.
The most important thing is whether or not your sewing machine can handle it.
Okay.
But that should be okay. And because the other fabric was like a regular cotton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should be fine with that on, even if you did the 6x6 embroidery. I'm sorry. Yes, 4x4. Sorry, embroidery machine and switched it to a sewing machine. It should still work with that machine.
Okay. All right. Well, girl, I'm ready. Let me see who else. Let me. I gotta go through. Look at Sin. Sin is looking at us. Let's see.
It's just funny because I was in here just talking to you and typing to you, and I was like, bruh, this is crazy.
I was talking for like two. You were there. You saw me talking away, and I'm
Yeah,
just talking, telling
yeah,
everybody hey and
yeah.
everything, and then.
And I
But
was
it's
like, she
okay.
don't see the chat. She usually watches the chat.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I said,
I'm
she pulling to me. What in the world?
I
So
am
yeah, no,
all.
I understand. Shoot,
Thank you.
I do it all the time.
I appreciate you. And for those of you who may be new, this is your first time ever seeing either me or Eve. I'm Patrice. This is Eve, the baby's booty. She
Hi.
has her own YouTube channel. Shay Shay, if you're here, can you drop the link, please? It's almost like DJ, drop that sound, or how do they say it? Like, can you drop the link, Shay Shay? Oh wait, Eve, you can drop your own link, huh?
Oh, I can.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I can.
I, I could too. I just gotta go out. There's the oh, look at Shay. Some I blocked them. Thanks, Sin. I know you were looking out. I know. All of you guys are looking out for me, and I appreciate you so much. So much. Hey, Josie. Hey, Mary. All right, y'all. I'm going to switch over. Now I got to put the phone back up because I kind of went out, and we are going to learn how to make a tote bag. Eva, I hope you're ready to be telling me because I watched both of the videos you sent me, right?
Yes.
And I was
And
gonna, huh?
we're going to it's mainly the 16 by 16 bag video that we'll follow, with one exception when it comes to the handle. With the handle, I always do my handles like the other video. So we're not going to do the handles with the stabilizer on the inside. We're going to do like the other video, and we'll go step by step. There's no worries.
So okay, so I'm a hot mess, right? And so I knew that I was already a hot mess today. So I cut. You see, I already cut out fabric and already subbed it because at first I was like, oh, I could sub it really quick, before we start, and they can see like, oh, okay, you
Hmm.
can use different fabrics and make your own patterns and on your
Hmm.
fabric or whatever. But
Hmm.
then once it got closer to the time, and I still got like I was still feeling like a little bit like, I was like, let me go and do this. So I cut out these straps, right? Now
Okay.
I don't have any fusible stabilizer.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
that
Okay.
advanced.
Okay.
So I put some heat and bond in the inside.
Okay. Well, you can still use it. You can still follow the way she did it, but her way was a
No, no.
little complicated, in my
Can I
opinion.
do it your way with the heat and bond?
I don't. You wouldn't need the heat and bond how we're going to do it. So save that for the second bag. For the second bag, you're gonna do another bag. I know you're
So
gonna do another bag. Once you see how easy this is, you'll do another bag. I promise.
I'll do another bag. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna get me some more. I just got regular white fabric. I should have used this one because it's a little more sturdy, but I'm just using regular white fabric today. This is a this
Now
is
that canvas fabric would be good for the second video where she didn't line anything because it's a sturdier canvas fabric, so that would be really good with that as well. So in
yeah.
the future, if you want to try it that way, you can.
Okay. Okay. We will. All right, let me hold on. I gotta go back on. I was trying to go back through and see if I saw it. Kirsten, I can't see the hot mess emoji,
She said,
but girl, I know. I love y'all. So I made some emojis today, Eve, because I didn't have
"Ooh,
time, but I had time.
okay, okay. We like when you got time.
Yeah. All right, let me switch over. I'm sorry, y'all. Thanks, Eve, for putting everything in the. See, this is teamwork makes the dream work. It really does. I saw you put in the everything that we needed in here. Aww. All right, let me see. Let me go. Let me sign out and go back in because I don't know why it kicked me out
Oh.
of my phone. Barbara, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you, Barbara. Welcome. Uh oh.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was me.
That's why I like to have everything set up beforehand, but
You pulled one of my numbers. I had to cook
it just don't
dinner.
always work that way. It just
Yeah.
don't.
Mm-mm.
Hold on, Eve. Sorry for hurting your ears, Eve. You did not come here for this type of abuse.
It's all right. I'm here for whatever happens, ma'am. Supporting you. Crafters unite. No, no, she don't say unite. What did she say? Um,
Does she say crafters unite?
it's not unite. Oh
No,
God,
what did she?
what did she say? Dag nabbit. I know what she says, but it's not coming to me. Somebody else
7:55.
will pop it in the
7:50.
chat, but
It's a,
oh,
it's
it's not energized either. It's something
no. It's not crafters unite. You'll make me. Oh, crack! Look, activate. Thank you,
activate. Thank you.
Marquita.
Thank you.
Thank
Crafters
you.
activate.
I love y'all.
I'm gonna
I will
switch
make
over to
sure.
the cutting table because look, just like you, I did not um, get my stuff cut out ahead of time. So I'm gonna switch and cut this stuff out.
It's okay. It's
I was
perfect.
told the purple fabric was pretty, so we're gonna start with the purple fabric, and
It is
hopefully
very
my
pretty.
mic won't die because it packed it up earlier too. So I'll have to keep an eye out on it.
All right.
All right,
Let
so
me see.
here's my purple. I'm gonna lug over the white fabric for the lining. Oh man,
Yeah.
I had to dust off my sewing machine. I hadn't sewed in so long. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry.
What
Hold on.
sewing machine do you have, Eve?
I have an old retro Singer. It's not a vintage. No, vintage retro. It's not antique. That's the word I was looking for. It used to be a sewing machine that was used in a high school to teach kids how to sew.
Okay.
Um, and this sewing machine I about can sew through bricks. This thing is an excellent sewing machine. This is my all-time favorite sewing machine, and it was given to me by a really dear friend. So I baby this machine. Y'all, this fabric is, I know it's 6 yards, but it's a lot of fabric. I'm trying to find the end of it. Oh, you know what? I need to cut two pieces anyway, so I don't need the end. I just need a fold. Yeah, Dimps asked if we could use, and let me know if my mic goes, well, you would know, I don't guess. Just let me know if you don't hear me anymore.
Okay.
Um, But Demps asked if she could use fat quarter, which is 18 by, I forget what the other measurement is. You can. It's just a video that I referenced her in was 16 by 16. And as I was mentioning to Patrice, you actually can do this bag in just about any size you want it to be. It does not have to be 16 by 16. So, yes, you can use a fat quarter. The problem is you'll need two outside fat quarters, two fabrics for the inside that match. The sizes need to be the exact same for both. And then your handle, whatever fabric you want for the handle, you need what did I say? 24 inches, I think, of that. 24 by 4. Hold on, it might be 28 by 4. Hold on. It is 28 by 4. 28 inches by 4 inches for your handle. So let me turn this around so that the heavy side is not hanging off the table. All right. So I thought you sold a lot, Patrice. I didn't know.
No, I don't. No, I'm just learning. You see, I just learned how to do that. Well, I learned how to do that bonnet some months ago. But I could do like basic little things, nothing fancy.
Y'all did so good with it. I was like, okay. Professionals.
So we're making sewing a thing now,
Oh, yeah.
and we will be doing this.
This fabric is slick and it's stiff because it's wax fabric. African fabric, a lot of times it's wax fabric. So y'all see me struggling. I apologize. All right. I'll have to just cut this.
And wax fabric, and what is like? It's what's kind of slippery.
So the reason why they do wax fabric is because I don't know if you've ever seen images of like an African wedding, a really fancy event. They wear the hats with big stiff, angles and whatnot. So the wax helps those angles hold in place, and it helps keep the creases and the large sleeves and stuff of their garments. So that's why they use the wax fabric.
Sorry, y'all.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get 16. So
I need one of those contraptions that you have, because let me just tell you, since everything happened with you and that rotary blade, I have not been trying. Yes.
Oh gosh, man,
I haven't. Eve, I haven't used the rotary blade. The first time I used it was the other day with Josephine doing the bonnets, and so today I picked it up and I'm like, oh my goodness, I need one of these things that Eve. What is that, like a grip, a fabric grip or something?
It's a they sell it as a ruler grip. Omnigrid does, and Omnigrid makes those big clear rulers, but you actually can go to Lowe's and Home Depot, and it's a shower grip as well.
Oh.
Hurt my feelings when I found out. I was like, bro, I could have went there, but I got it off of Amazon. I think that's 16. Let me see. Yeah, it's more than 16. So yeah, you can easily get it off of Amazon, and all right, there we go.
I do have a question, Eve. Why nobody told me that DTF was really, really amazing?
Oh, DTF is the bomb, girl.
Why nobody? I've been watching you and Josephine and Big Boy do DTF and showcase it, and I'm like, okay, this looks like a printout. No, it's not. It's not a transfer. It's, you call it a transfer, but it's not like the typical transfer sheets and that. No, it's legit.
And it lasts a very long time. And it looks beautiful. I appreciate the fact that you can actually do pictures, or you can do graphics. There's no limitations like is with a lot of other methods out there. So y'all, girl, y'all.
Look at T-shirt chick. Sin said that you have everybody scared to use The
My
rotary
bad.
blade. She said she haven't even opened hers yet.
Oh man, when I tell you it's healed up though, it has healed, but because it took so long for me to heal and they didn't want me flexing it, I've lost
Hmm.
some range in it, but it'll be all right.
Oh no, Shanita, she actually cut her finger with it was the rotary blade, wasn't it, Eve?
Mm-hmm.
With her rotary blade, and I mean like
Mm-hmm.
sliced and diced, like almost gone type of situation.
I
So,
had Shanita, I had the ruler and I always would hold it like this. The blade is not out. And I was going up and I was putting pressure, but for whatever reason, I guess my hand angled this way and it jumped the
oh,
ruler and sliced into my finger. So
hmm.
that's what happened, which is why I now have this so that my hand is up. I can still put pressure on the ruler, but my hand is out of the way now. So yeah, it was pretty bad, man. It was pretty
Hmm.
bad. It took them forever to stop the bleeding.
That was
But I
bad.
love my rotary cutter, so can't get
It's
rid
so
of it.
easy.
It is when the
Hey,
blade is.
Lori. So, Eve,
Mm.
how long does this strip need to be? So, do I still need to make it? I think that one was like a 28 by 4. Do I still
Yes,
need to same size?
yes, you need a 28 by 4 strip for the handle. Yes,
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out before I switch over to
I need
Emma.
to learn
And
new
Eve,
blade.
I finally gave my Cricut Maker. Well, they sent me a new Cricut Maker 3, but I
Oh, nice,
finally gave it a name.
cool. What did we come up
Remember
with?
the other? So, because it is the first, and it was really the first machine that I really got, that I really started really taking everything super super serious, because I really was just trying to do stuff in my class, and because it was the first, the very beginning. His name is Alfie, and it's a he. His name is Alfie, like Alpha. So
Oh,
he's gonna be Alfie.
cool
You know
bean.
what? He needs a special name.
Yes, yes, he does, and he did get a special name for sharing with us. Welcome, Alfie.
Welcome, little Alfie.
Can't wait to work with Alfie. We're gonna have to get I'll be messy. We're gonna have to get Seek to learn how to use Alfie.
Seek needs to learn. It'll do
Mm,
him. It'll do him some justice. I don't know why they hate my poor little crickets.
this is gonna be a small bag. I'm gonna do 16 by 20. One a little bit bigger.
All right, so I'm just following you, Eve. I'm following
Okay,
you.
I'm sorry. I was being meticulous
You're
and
good.
I forgot this one ain't cutting. I need to change blades and I'm not gonna change that on camera. Well, we have a 911 situation on camera.
No. And listen, you had been gone, like you were already gone for 2 weeks. And your
Yeah,
people are not gonna be like,
yes, I was, girl.
we don't need any
I
hiccups
skipped.
of nothing. Did
I
you enjoy
skipped.
your time off?
I did. I really,
Good.
really did. It was refreshing. It allowed men folks to get the attention that he wanted,
Thank God.
and allowed me to get work done that I wanted to get done. Is this 20 inches? Crap. So it was refreshing. I
Good.
missed everybody. I will say that. I did miss going live. I even considered at one point, and then I was like, man, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
So
We missed you. You know I missed you. Sundays I don't be having anything to do but baby's booty and looking at what you got going on and learning something. But I'm glad that you took that time off and
me
got a
too.
little break.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My handles are going to be shorter because I just don't feel like cutting back into this fabric. So
It's
mine are
okay.
going to
Mine
be,
are going to be uneven.
huh? Period. Hot
So,
mess tote bags. Yay!
yes, that's what it should have said instead of crafting things. It should have said hot mess. Because
Hot mess tote bags.
listen,
All right, now. Oh, actually, I can do 28 inches. Yes. Okay. I was wrong. Okay.
Like,
there's so many labels all over this fabric. That's crazy.
what like the just all around. Just I should went to go see this fabric that my grandma gave me. I am gonna check that out in a minute and see because I never even touched it. I really don't think it was for me though. All right, let's see. I'm about to be making all types of bags, y'all. Thanks to
Oh,
Eve.
yeah. Promise. Once you get the fabric cut out, it's easy after that.
I'll make matching bonnets and bags. I'm gonna do like a
Lord.
bonnets and bags gift set.
So it'll be a spend the night set.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Overnight bag, weekender bag.
Yep.
Gotta keep
Don't
the hair
forget your bonnet.
fresh.
Listen, don't forget it.
There we go. Okay, so I have. Oh, I also meant to mention we do need to iron with this project. So
Okay.
keep that in mind. Ironing is somewhat of a requirement.
Can I use my CRICUT mini press?
Yep, you sure can.
Perfect. She's already plugged up.
I think I'm going to use my
iron
little mini press as well because it's going to save me time. I just need to get something to lay on the table because the heat will warp my mat.
Oh yeah.
I love this fabric. And it sublimates so pretty.
Which one? Let me see. That's the white that you just pulled out?
Yeah. When I was making face masks at the beginning of the pandemic, this is the fabric I would use to make the masks and sublimate whatever designs they wanted on it. And I'll find bolts like this every other week.
Oh. Have you been making any masks lately, Eve?
I know.
That's I don't even want to sub any.
No, ma'am. I've had people ask, and I'm like, no, thank you. Yeah. I'm okay. It's okay.
Hey, Delonda, welcome. All hey, right. Swag Lords. Hey, Nairo, how are you? Hey, Sandy. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody that I missed. I'm sorry. I did not see you. Please forgive me. And Jocelyn and Kim. Uh-oh. So, Eve, you after you told your story, now Angel's like, okay, great. Now I'm probably going to put my blade in the drawer. That sounds terrible.
It was terrible. It was terrible. For someone, I've never had stitches. I've never had a broken bone. None of that. So to actually have to undergo getting stitches and stuff, that was crazy. That was crazy. All right, Eve, get it together.
Let me
try to do math. All right, this one is 20, right? So this side needs to be, yep. So this side needs to be 16. So I can cut off 16 inches.
Her lines are so straight, y'all, and mine are all over the place.
Oh, mine about to be all over the place too. So, because I'm switching to the scissors, because I need to change the blade on my rotary cutter.
So. Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna just send you a whole new rotary, so you don't even have to. I don't need you touching this blade. Just I can't.
I'm pro at changing the blade. It was just cutting with it that gave me the problem. Shoot, darn thing. I was so embarrassed. I was very embarrassed, actually.
That happens, like stuff like that happens to us. So I'm just glad that you're okay and that your finger was saved. No finger was left behind. So I'm glad about that because And, so I have I need 2 strips, right, Eve?
Yes, for the straps, yes.
Yep. Oh, then I'm all ready. I am all ready to go.
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right. So the first thing you want to do is take your 2 inside pieces, your 2 inside fabrics, and you want to lay them in face to face. So good side up. I really need to press that. Good side up and good side down. So my fabric is hard to tell what's the good side and bad side, but so when you put them face to face, what you want to do is, like, my bag is going to be a tall bag, so I need to turn it this way, but yours is a square, and then you stitch probably about what I like to say a finger width all the way down, all the way across the bottom, and all the way up the side. Just a straight stitch, nothing fancy, no nothing, just straight stitch, and that's it. And you don't have to use a matching thread, but it would be prettier if you found a thread that complements your fabric. I was going to use probably just some white thread so that it'll show up better, but it's entirely up to you. Uh-oh. Did you hear me? Let me make sure my mic is on. Yep, my mic is on. Can't hear you, Patrice.
Hear me, because this. You still can't hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Am I echoing?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
So you can pin along the sides if you need to hold them together even.
Or yep, I do.
Or if you have access to these clips, you can clip your sides together with clips. These are on Amazon to help hold your pieces together. But if you pin, you really should be super careful. Or like, well, I don't care. See, I'm a daredevil. A lot of times I'll sew through pins, but I know how to pin it in a way that the machine skips the pins, but you really do not want to sew through your pins.
Okay.
So just be
This
careful.
fabric is so thick, Eve. Let me go get some other fabric just in case.
And let me switch to my. I think it's plugged up. Yep.
Hey, Georgie. Hey, Mary.
All right, so hopefully y'all that pretty good. Bring my chair over. And we're gonna stitch, y'all. I can't see. Hopefully you guys aren't telling me to do something. Oh Lord, I don't have no presser foot on there at all. How in the world am I gonna stitch something?
That's not embroidery either? Or is it also, or no?
No, This one is strictly sewing.
Sewing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Get my box of sewing feet out so I can get my foot on there.
And I meant to order some of those clips.
Oh yeah, they make life so much easier. How many folks in the chat sew already? I would love to know that. Making with Marilyn, do you sew?
Is anybody sewing with us tonight?
Let's see.
Yeah, no. Can you guys see my screen? It's just the machine. You guys know I'm a professional seamstress.
We both are.
Right? Girl, you couldn't tell me nothing when I got this sewing embroidery machine. I just knew that I was going to be sewing up a storm.
I intended to do a whole lot of embroidery when I first got my embroidery machine because I had been doing a good bit of sewing, but I ran from the embroidery machine for a while before I actually started doing embroidery. There we go. I'll use this plate.
You guys can kind of see it better.
Great. Boom. Okay. Let me make sure I have, yep, that. And then, can y'all tell we hot mess tonight? Ain't got the machine, ain't threaded.
Miss Sonia, I don't even know how I'm pinning it. I'm just trying to pin it. It's one of those.
So when you pin, I should have, when you pin, if you're sewing up and down, then you want your pins to go perpendicular to it.
So I can pull it out easy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to unpin.
I mean, you don't have to. There's no like go to sewing machine jail or nothing like that. But you know, it does make it easier. And then that way, if you do unintentionally forget to take out a pin, it won't tear it up.
Okay. Thank you, Eve. Everybody take notes. Because don't look at me. Look at Eve.
All right. Yes. Okay.
Look, Sandra just said the same thing you said. Patrice, your pins are going in the wrong direction. Sorry, y'all.
I meant to mention that at first.
It's okay.
And let me know when you're all pinned up and ready to go on the machine and we'll stitch together.
So when we get ready to turn into that corner, do I need to take it out? Okay.
Nope.
All right, perfect.
Not at all. So the first thing you want to do whenever you're stitching a project, one of the first things you want to do is back stitch. And what the back stitching does is basically that's going to lock your stitches so that they tear apart. So we're going to get started. You'll move forward and then know where your reverse button is. Mine is right here. You push it in and it'll go backwards. And then you go back forward. Let me see. Is mine stitching? I need to make sure it's stitching. Why is it going slow? And using it.
How many times do you recommend doing the back stitch? Because I kind of overdo it sometimes, I think, with the back stitch.
My thread. There's no set. I don't think like 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches and then come back forward. Mandatory to do a certain amount.
Yo, I'm just going on a straight line. Uh-oh. Do you hear that?
Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know, but it don't sound good over here.
Hang on, let me roll back so I can see. Huh.
Okay, maybe I'm just paranoid. I'm gonna go slow.
That's just a regular sewing machine, or is that the embroidery machine too?
That's the embroidery machine too, but you know this one has the embroidery foot and all the extra. So this is the sewing part.
Okay, and you switched out your yeah, I see your sewing foot.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's clunking.
You hear that? Like,
Mm-hmm. And it's not coming from up top. It sounds like it's coming from below.
yeah.
Huh.
No.
Somebody said Emma needs a sip of tea.
Oh, let me get her some tea then.
Right.
She does. You'll see how far I put these pens away? I don't know. It's like something is clicking.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is.
It's down. I mean, it's stitching pretty decent.
I'm sorry. I saw somebody was putting spammy stuff. I was blocking somebody. Okay. Let's get back and hopefully bobbing like it's supposed to.
Right. So this fabric is kind of a little thicker than like your regular.
That
Look at
might
you. Are
be
you?
the issue. Might. It shouldn't, but it might be the issue. Because I know my 3 layers of when I'm trying to embroider on something
Yeah,
super
let's
thick,
see.
it will knock.
That's what it is. If you're embroidering something thick,
For my embroidery machine, yeah, but
I
I
think
don't.
that's a,
That doesn't seem that thick. You
it's
know,
kind
like
of
if it
thick.
was 2 layers of sweatshirt, then I'd be like, eh. But that's just canvas, so it
Yeah.
shouldn't be knocking like that.
Right. We'll go a little slower. When I get to the corner, what should I do, Eve?
Okay, so when you get to the corner, you have a button on yours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you get to the corner, stop, and then there's a button. You see your reverse button up there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right beside the reverse button and in between the reverse and the cutting, there's a
The
needle
pen.
down button. Press that needle
Mm-hmm.
down button. It should leave the needle, the next one.
Okay.
Yes. Push it again. Okay, so
Right there.
now lift your presser foot and turn the fabric to the next direction you're going to be sewing.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. And then put your presser foot down, and then you can start sewing again.
Oh. Okay.
Easy peasy.
See, that was easy peasy.
Easy peasy mac and
Let's see.
cheesy. Now, if you don't, like for anybody else, if you don't have that button down, that button, put her needle down, then you hand wheel, just stop the machine and then use your hand wheel to turn the needle to get it down in there. Then lift your presser foot, turn your fabric, put it back down, and then start again. And then when you get to the next corner, do the same thing.
Okay. Thank you. This is not go so slow. I did
Meant to
it.
go get some of the first bags that I've ever stitched because I kept them all.
I want to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember where I put them and grab them so that y'all can see them.
You know what?
And when
Next time,
you,
Eve, we can.
huh? What'd you say, Patrice? Uh oh, are you frozen? Oh no, she's
Frozen.
frozen. Oh, there you go.
Sorry, guys.
No
It's this
worries.
phone.
When you get to the end, just
Uh huh.
back stitch the other side. But you started to ask me something. What did you start to ask me?
Evie. Oh, she can't hear me.
I can now.
Oh, hey.
Yeah,
So can we
you
do?
did leave again though.
I'm a hot mess over here, all around today.
It's all right.
Sorry. I'm glad that I'm sharing this time with you. You
Yes,
understand?
I sure do.
So, can we do it in the hoop the next time, like an in the hoop pouch or something?
Yes, we can do an in the hoop pouch, but this one, of course, this bag is way too big to
Yeah.
do.
No, no, no.
Yeah, we definitely can do an in the hoop project anytime.
And you know, I only have a 4x4 hoop.
Yes, but
Okay.
there are some really super in the hoop designs for the 4x4 machine,
Yeah,
so
this stuff is
that's not
coming
an
up.
issue. Making
Okay.
sure that's the same size, and it is. I'm cutting mine, and then when you do when you're finished with the outside, you do
Hmm.
the same thing for your inside.
Okay.
The
So they're both
only
gonna be
difference,
facing each other.
right? The only difference with the inside. Let me make sure I'm telling you right. Hold on. Because my lining, I want to make sure I'm telling you right. If you put your right sides together with the lining, or do you do the wrong sides together? That's the question I need to know. I'm pretty sure you do right sides together. Look at that. Oh, you froze on me again, babe. Let's see. Are you guys? There you are. Okay. We can't hear you, Patrice. If you can hear me. What video did I send Patrice? All right. Right sides together for the lining too. Yeah, Kaisha, yeah. Her sound and then the camera's not cooperating. Let me make sure.
Eve, can you hear me?
Now I can. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I turned the sound off because the sound is it was just too much. And poor
Oh,
Barb is
okay.
like,
Okay, cool. Cool, cool.
your sound is your whatever this is called. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, somebody was complaining about it too. But I mean, unfortunately, our equipment can act monkey at times. Oh, you know what? Let me
Yeah,
switch this.
it's all good.
It
All right.
will be.
So I did that part, Evie. So do the same thing with the other, right?
Yep. Same thing with the
Okay.
lining, but with the lining right sides together, clip along the sides. But there is going to be a major difference when we do our sides. So I'm going to show you a trick that I like to do whenever I know we have to leave an opening in this bag, in the lining.
Okay.
All right. And when you know that you're going to have to leave an opening, where are my pins?
That's kind of what I do with the bonnet.
Yes. How
Okay.
you left an opening to turn it inside out?
Mhm.
Yes. It's going to be the same thing. Did you mark it to? Oh, here are my pens. So a lot of times, what I'll do, you guys, when I need to, like, I'm gonna leave an opening here. Usually, when I do my bags, I leave an opening at the bottom, but I'm following the video that this chick did for the time being. But usually, when you need to leave an opening, I don't know if you can see this. I'm one of those anal type people where my pens are by color. So I'll pin the entire thing with one color, but my opening, I'll put it a different color so that it'll remind me when I get to it on the sewing machine, hey, you need to stop right here and don't keep stitching. So wherever you want your opening to be, you're going to leave like about a 4.5-inch opening right in here on the side.
Okay.
And I'm just using pins to remind me. My clips I'm going to keep sewing, but as soon as I get to a pin, I'm going to stop and back stitch. And then I'm going to skip this and start right here, back stitch, and keep going all the way around the bag. Hopefully that made sense. I didn't have to do that with the outside. You don't have to leave an opening on the outside. We just need an opening in the lining of the bag.
Okay. So we're just gonna leave the opening here at the bottom, like 4 inches.
You can on the bottom or you can on the side. It's entirely up to you.
I'm
It
doing
doesn't
what
matter.
you're doing. You doing it on the side?
Yeah, I did on the side.
Okay.
I did on the side. I don't know why I like the bottom better, but whatever.
Where's my pen?
And then the same thing on your lining, about a finger width from the edge.
Thank you.
And then sew all the way down and around. So honestly, in doing these bags, it's the prep work that takes forever. It's not sewing it is fairly straightforward. Especially now, that's the one thing I can't why I chose her video, um, because she came up with a neat little way to do the corners of the bag that I was like, okay, that's cool. I didn't do mine that way. I used to cut the corners out before I started sewing, but the way she does it, you don't have to.
Where she like folds it. Is that the one you're talking about?
Ma'am?
The one that you're talking about, like the how she does the corners where she folds them
Mm-hmm.
inside.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And honestly, with this bag, you really don't have to box the corners. That's called boxing your corners. You don't have to. It just makes more of a polished look to the bag. Hers were straight. All right, so I'm coming up the long side on the other side. So what I'm gonna do, again, see, I'm coming up to a pin right here. So I'm gonna stitch all the way up to that pin, and then I'm gonna back stitch.
I still did it wrong. Still put the pins in the wrong way.
And don't stick your fingers with the pins. If you do, it's no biggie, but you know.
Hi,
And I'm
Eve.
gonna move it forward here to the second pin. So all I did was just take it out. Now I'm where the other pin was. I'll start back up and then keep going and finish all the way to the edge. And back stitch at this edge. And that's that for the lining.
I'm a little behind, Eve.
You're fine. Because what we're going to do, the reason why I went on is so that I can emphasize what I just did and point it out again, just in case,
Okay.
somebody might have missed it or want to see that replay. We're going to replay through your screen.
Thank you.
But here's your lining, and I'm gonna change cameras too because it's gonna be a sec before we get back to the sewing machine again. And I'm gonna check the chat. Oh Lord, there's 141 watching and only 97 likes. It makes me so sad, y'all. Miss 755 said, "Hey 755, Eve, you said she." Hold on. Eve, you said she. Who are you talking about to learn these tricks for sewing bags? Whitney sews. I think it's Whitney. It's Whitney or Whitley. I can't remember her name. I've watched her for forever. Whitney. Whitney sews. I used to watch her all the time before I started doing embroidery. Good evening, GGWG. Joanne C said, Patrice, you need clips.
I do. I agree.
Good evening, Unlimited Production Studio. The first piece was the outside fabric. The first stitch that we did, Dimps, yes, was the outside fabric. You stitch it right sides together. And then the second two pieces of fabric are the lining bag. And with that one, yes, you stitch right sides together for that as well. Back stitch at the edges. But you need to leave an opening. You didn't have to leave an opening for the outside fabric, but you do need to leave an opening for the inside fabric. I like your pins though, Patrice. They're pretty.
Thank you. They look very springish.
Mm-hmm. So it's not knocking anymore, right?
Nope. It must have been the fabric.
Yeah, might have been a little thick then. So what we may want to do is for your handles, we may want to use a different fabric. That's gonna kind of suck though because that's gonna kind of suck a little bit because your outside fabric, it should be the same as your handles. Well, for some people, the outside is the same as the handles. Okay, there you go. Sweet, look at you.
I'm getting fancy.
Button. Fancy.
Listen.
Get it, girl. I have the quantum stylus that I've never even tried out yet. I wouldn't know where to start. Been aiming to watch some videos, but haven't gotten any ideas where to start. Bernice, these bags are it. They're pretty simple. They're pretty simple. And the cool thing is, even if you mess up, it's not that big of a deal. You know, you can use it to go get your groceries and stuff with it.
Yep.
Now, what I originally was going to do was do an embroidered design on the outside fabric before we stitched it, but y'all, it wouldn't have made any sense to do that tonight. We'd probably be on here another 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Especially with her student. The way that her student is a hot mess today.
Sandra Lewis, she was going slow because she wanted to make sure that the fabric didn't, that it didn't damage the machine. It was knocking. So.
Not scary.
Crafty Whitney, that was a good idea, making sure the top thread, but it's sewing fine. Now, you didn't rethread it, did you?
No.
Yeah, so it was the fabric.
All right.
Okay, so you're going to your corner.
Yeah, I gotta do the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna have to. Right. And then I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna leave my 4 inches right here. I don't know if you see. Like this is about.
Okay.
So that's why I kind of have it like close so that I'll know.
Right. So when you get to your second green needle, we're going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pin. Sorry, not needle.
And then I'm going to order me some of those clips. So for the next time, I'll have them. And I ordered some shrinky dinks. Did you see that, Eve?
Yes,
what am I going to make with that?
I did see that. That's why I was telling Uni. I was like, I've never ever used shrink dinks, so I can't draw. And every time I see the shrinky dinks, people are drawing on them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Can I print on them and shrink them?
I don't know.
Yeah, she said that I could, but I haven't tried it yet. I haven't even ordered it yet. I ended up having to get some work pants for my son, so he blew my budget.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all right. When he get his first check from his new job, he'll get them out. Order some seam rippers. I got so many seam rippers, dimps. I got a drawer full. So once you come back forward, then you'll stop at your where your 4-inch mark is. Then
Mm-hmm.
you can pick your foot up. Honestly, what I do is just easy. Just pick the foot up, slide the fabric forward to where you're gonna pick back up again the 4 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So slide it forward, and then you don't have to cut your thread, but you can. And your camera froze on me again.
Uh-oh.
There you
It's
are.
still
Okay,
frozen?
now you're not.
This is a hard
And then
one.
start stitching again. Back stitch right there.
Okay. Uh-oh.
You can trace designs on the shrinky dinks. Okay. Craftfully me said, "What in the world is a shrinky dink?"
Mm-hmm.
it's
Something Eve made me buy.
I've heard of them as a kid. My parents never bought it for me, so this was popular when I was a kid. But something about some plastic that you can draw on, and then when you put it in the oven, it shrinks, and then it turns into a little charm almost. I don't know. I haven't used it yet. And then we'll backstitch at the end. Good evening, passionately intrigued.
Hey, Miss Tracy. All right. The girl over here, she
Yep.
got it done.
All right.
All
So
right.
at this point, we're gonna work on the handles.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna show you what I was gonna do with my handles, but I'm a little concerned with yours because your outer fabric is so thick. I don't
It's
want
okay.
it to cause
No,
a
no, I
problem.
already got the thinner fabric.
Okay, okay. So let me turn on the heat press thingy that I'm gonna use because I'm not going all the way in yonder to get my iron. And make sure, yes, these are my straps. So here's one. Where did I put the other? Lord, what did I do with the strap? Oh, that's not my strap. All right, y'all. So if you are following along, we now have this is the outside of my bag, but the pretty side of the fabric is on the inside, whereas the outside, they're right sides together, stitched all the way around the border, back stitching at the start and back stitching at the finish. Then we did our lining. So here's my lining fabric, and I'm showing the dark thread side so that you can see we back stitched at the front, went all the way around, and then we back stitched and left a space, and then back stitched again and started stitching and back stitched at the end. So this is how you want to stitch your lining, right sides together to make your lining, back stitch here and back stitch there. So now for your straps, it's super, super, super simple, actually. So the first thing I'll do is I will turn my straps folded where the right side is up. And so your wrong side of the fabric is sandwiched inside. So you fold your strap in half. So if you cut it properly, it'd be 28 inches now by 2 inches that we've folded it, and you want to try and keep it even. All right. And then you press it. Let me move this so that I can get to it. All right. And of course,
Fold
because
it
you're
in half,
pressing
right?
it, huh? What did you say, dear? I need to turn you up. I can't hear you.
It's me. You know, it's always
There
me.
you are. What did you say?
We're just gonna fold it in half, right? I
Yep. For
think that's
right
what.
now, we're just going to fold it in half and press it the entire length of the strap. Making sure that your sides match, come together so that it's a solid 2 inches for your strap. Okay. And when you get done, you'll have a 2 inch by 28 inch strap. And you want to do that with both of your straps. You can do them one at a time or you can do them both. It doesn't matter. That's what I love about this particular project. Once you get your basics, you can just go with your own flow, dance to the beat of your own drum.
You gonna have me making another one tomorrow. I can already feel it.
And if you have a bias maker, bias, not bias maker, is it bias? Bias tape maker. Um, I don't think they got one this big, but you can use a bias tape maker to do this too.
So if I
Your
have a
camera
surgeon
is,
now, right?
huh?
My camera's freezing.
No, I was
Or
gonna
no?
say it's on your sewing machine, so I can't see at what point you are. So just talk me through what you're doing.
I'm getting ready to press the second strap,
Okay.
and it shouldn't take long. I'm almost done. I didn't switch the camera over.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I have a surgeon, well, I do have a surgeon. How would my surgeon help me in this situation?
I'm gonna
What if,
turn you up. What did you say?
how would my surgeon help me in this situation? No, I'm far away
Ooh.
from.
Um, your serger. I would not use the serger with the strap, but you could have used the serger with the bag. And the only thing you would do is the exact same thing we just did with the sewing machine. The only difference is the corners. It's a little trickier with the serger on the corners, but um, exact same principle, exact same technique with the sewing machine you would do with your serger. I don't put too much heat on this thing. This thing is sensitive. My cutting mat.
All right.
So let me know when you get done with your second strap.
I'm all done.
Okay. So now we'll open it back up, what we just pressed in half, and now we'll take one half of the side and fold it into that crease. And we're going to press that in place. And
Okay.
then once you do that all the way down, then you'll do the same on the other flap. Bring both sides in to meet at the middle.
Okay.
So again, you can do it all at the same time, or you can go all the way down one side and come back and do the other side, or it's up to you. But what this does is it makes us a strap that you don't see the raw edge of the fabric anymore. It tucks the raw edges to the inside and gives you a nice, neat little handle. So for those of you who, because once we're done, we're going to fold all of it, sandwich it back all over together and make this 1 inch strap. So the same principle would apply if you think this little strap is too small for you. just make the strap wider. Instead of 4 inches, you could do 6 inches, and then it should make what would that come into? That's math. You'll have to figure out what's
And so instead of two, it'll be three. Two would be half, right?
I don't know, 1.5, I guess. 2 inches, I don't know. But either way, the strap will be bigger. Which at the end of the day, that's all that matters. You want a large if you want a larger strap. So that's again why making these tote bags are so just stinking simple and customizable to what you want. You don't have to follow exact rules and stuff. And like I said, this is the prep work that I was saying. This is part of it where the prep work actually takes longer to make the bag. So we could have made the strap at the beginning. And then we would have just been doing all sewing after that. But I was following the same instructions that she did on her YouTube channel video.
Well, I see a strap forming.
Yas, girl, yas.
Now this really is very easy.
It is. Straight stitches, only minimal math,
Mm-hmm.
minimal
Yeah.
math calculations. And she even showed, like I said, the trick that she came up with that I was going to do with the corners of our bag. Um, that even kind of made it easy too. So my hat's off to Whitney Souls on that. And if you don't get it absolutely perfect all the way to the center, the end will not come and bring about Armageddon. It'll just, be a little bit of a wonky strap, but it won't hurt anything. And then once you bring both sides in to meet at the middle again, you just fold it in half, and that's your almost completed strap. Because what we'll now do is take it to the sewing machine and sew down both sides of the strap, closing it up perfectly so that we don't have to so that our strap will be finished.
I hope you guys try this. This is really, really easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not difficult.
So imagine you sublimated your fabric, so
Mm-hmm.
you could easily make customized bags,
Yes.
customized tote bags for people
Yes.
easily.
And once you start doing it, like you're going a little bit slower because you're helping me. But this, once you know how to do it, it goes by quicker, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I would have, had everything if I had a plan properly.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had my ironing board set up. I would have had my fabric cut out already. You know what I'm
Would have
saying? The
been
prep
done.
work I would have had done ahead of time, but I didn't because I didn't feel like eating Domino's. So I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm cooking. So I cooked dinner tonight instead. And it was, it ate into my time. So, but I was
Okay.
just glad to be able to come on and do this because I love doing this and it just wasn't the best of days for me today. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just a kind of a blah mood day. So this is giving me a pep and I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, and I appreciate you for being here because you already know you know I'm a hot mess today, and so I
Girl,
appreciate you being here
this
with me.
was a hot mess day too. When you sitting on the couch crying and you don't know why, he was like, "What are you do? What are you in there doing?" I said, "Sitting on the couch crying." He was like, "Why? I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't be sitting there crying." Oh my god! But he thought, actually, his initial thought was that somebody had passed. I have so many family members with the coronavirus right now until it's crazy. So I just, within the last week, I kid you not, I have, I want to say 8 or 9 family members. Now they don't live near me.
Mm-hmm.
They're in Charlotte, but they got the virus, and I'm just like, ugh, y'all, what are
Wow.
you not doing?
Yeah.
So,
It's
but
hit.
no, that's not what was wrong. I was just fighting the blues today.
It's days like that.
Yeah.
Are you feeling? Are you feeling a little bit better now?
Oh man, I feel a lot better sitting here doing something I love to do.
Good. See, I feel better. See, I feel good. This is my happy place. I started kind of like not panicking, but just feeling a little more anxious. Like yesterday, I was fine. I knew I wasn't going to work today, but then I started feeling like, oh, today's Friday. I have 2 more days, and then
Mm-hmm.
maybe I have to go to work on Monday. And then so I just
Oh,
started
you
looking.
are?
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
I understand. Look, I understand.
I'm saying if I
Because I
either
was in here, supposed to have been working on an order, and I couldn't, I just couldn't, I just couldn't do it. I came in here to work, looked at the machine, it was like, bruh, and went and sat down on the couch, and that was a wrap. So I understand.
But we are here now in our happy place. We are here in our happy place. And
Yes,
so,
we are. All right. So with both straps done, like I said, the prep work is the worst part of all of it. It just takes forever. But once it's done, it's done. So we're going to stitch up, close up the open side, and then
okay.
stitch the closed side, or you can do it the opposite way, stitch the closed side. I
And
would say
then
stitch the closed side first, because what that'll do is
help flatten it
help.
a little more.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do.
And you don't have to back stitch with this, because the ends of the straps are going to be stitched into the bag, so you don't have to worry about back stitching.
Okay.
And again, you guys, we were pressing stuff, so we couldn't chat, so hopefully everybody is cool and enjoying themselves. So now on my machine, I can move the right or to the left or in the center, so you kind of want to get close to the edge, not all the way on the edge, but leave, about a quarter of an inch.
Okay.
So what I generally do is my presser foot, hold on, let me show you. So a lot of times can you see this? Am I in the way? Is my camera
Yeah,
showing
no,
up?
I can't.
Oh,
I just see
crap.
the
I didn't
cutting
switch
that.
the camera. That's right. Okay. So let's do this camera. So your presser foot, this is how mine looks. In a lot of instances, most people recognize this presser foot. But you see this little hook, that little piece of the presser foot, the silver part, this leg is about a quarter of an inch. So I
Okay.
usually line up my needle with that if I can move it over. If you can't,
Mm-hmm.
then you still can use the presser foot, but just kind of move the fabric over, so
Okay.
that it'll give you that little teeny edge right up against that foot. If that's the foot you have. If not, use the mark on your sewing machine plate, your presser plate. But
Okay.
you should understand. I was just telling that for anybody else that may not know. So I'm
Okay.
gonna switch over to the sewing machine. Put my presser foot back on.
Okay. I'm gonna let it rip.
So for those who may not know, your throat plate here has lines to help you keep your embroidery sewing straight. And then they even
That's all
have
I
little
use.
doohickeys that stick to, where is it? Right here. They even have little magnetic doohickeys like this one that you a certain line to help keep your the edge of your project lined up. So they have little things to help keep your sewing straight.
I need to get that.
Joanne's, Michael, I don't think Michael, like I can put it right up against the edge of my presser foot. Um, just to help make things simpler, but a little more narrow than that. So And then you just stitch up the edge. Still feel like it's knocking.
Thank you, Shay Shay. Uh-oh.
One side. Still sounds like it's knocking. That's a long strap.
That's a mine feels long. I don't know if she can hear me. Maybe not. I need to oil it, my machine.
Huh?
No, I was seeing Erica said maybe I need to oil my machine.
That could be.
What? It should be oiled. Oh, these are enough. Let me see. Maybe I'll have it on tight enough.
That is both.
All right, Evie, I'm all done with this strap. Y'all, I have 2 straps. And they look very strappish. Uh-uh. Oh, no, it's good. Just sewed it too much. Look, I gotta fix this. Look, y'all. I must have shifted. It's okay. Thanks, Josie and Mary. And yes, Barb, this is very beginner friendly. Thanks, Barb. Evie, can you hear me? And I look in the phone to see if she can hear me. She might have stepped away.
My microphone cut off.
Oh,
So it's dying. Hold on, let me plug it up.
okay.
I may have to set it off to the side. So at this point, your straps are strapping. They're gorgeous.
Thank you.
So we need to do the corners of our bags because I forgot to do that. So it's no big deal. So what we need to do is, heck, I kind of need my microphone for this part. Let's see how far I can stretch this thing. Let's see. Sweet. I'm almost all the way clear with Kingdom Come. Okay. So at this point, what we need to do is box our corners. And to box the corners, you want to put your, actually, the first thing we need to do is trim our corners. So I'm going to, you see where we put the needle down and pivoted the fabric. Just cut that corner kind of close to it, but diagonal against it. Okay. So that we clear out some of the bulk in that corner.
Okay.
You'll trim your corners and a lot of things that you sew. And then we want to, I don't know if you remember seeing what she did, but she flattened out this corner. So all you're pretty much doing is, see, that's why I think I'm gonna have to stick to the regular way because this can be confusing in my opinion. But at any rate,
are we trying to get right side?
Just reach your hand inside the bag the way it was sewn. I'm gonna start with this one that's up against the table. Actually, that looks like that's gonna be easier. And lay it, just make a triangle out of the corner, just like so. So stick your finger into. Oh, did you see that? I don't know if you could have seen that or not. But stick your finger in the bag. So I'm inside the bag like a pillowcase, right? And then go into one corner, the one on the table, and then press that corner out into a triangle. So here's your bottom seam, which is probably why she's left the opening on the side and not the bottom. But I digress. Yep.
Kind of like that?
Yep. And so once you have that done, her suggestion was to cut, to mark a 4-inch section along the bottom. Now, how are we supposed to know to keep this straight? I'd love to know, but
I don't know.
I don't know either. So we're going to wing it. But if I have my ruler right here from one side to the other, this is 5 inches. So we want to move it up until it gets to 4 inches, which for me is right here. And then she suggested do a pen or a pencil or something.
I need an acrylic ruler like that.
They are very helpful.
Mine doesn't look as nice as yours.
I just threw my darn Sharpie. Let me grab a Sharpie so that I can see what I'm
I
doing.
think my material is too thick.
That
All right, so we're
material
gonna
is
mark
thicker
4.
than what I think it is. What
It
you
looks
also,
it.
what may also help you, my dear, is you can also trim your, um, oh my God, you can trim along the seam, cut that extra fabric away from the seam if you wanted to. It doesn't hurt anything if you do. Just don't get super close to your stitches. So
Okay.
up along the side, you can cut some of this
Okay.
out, and it may help. But yeah.
Be careful.
hmm So we're gonna mark a line across the bottom of the bag at the 4 inches.
Okay.
Oh, you're cutting yours. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You hear it?
Yes, that is some thicker. I didn't realize it was
It's
that thick.
thick.
Yeah, it's like canvas, canvas.
Yeah, it's gonna last me a long time.
Yes, it is, girl. That bag might even stand up by itself, girl.
Listen,
Ain't
exactly.
nothing wrong with that. It's still gonna be cute. That's all that matters. Y'all.
And so she said something about it's supposed to be going in opposite directions, right?
Put you back. Okay, so yes, just like you have it, get your corner pressed out like you see on the table.
Okay.
Yep. And then get your ruler and get it where, or your tape measure and get it where it's 4 inches wide.
Okay, about right there.
And if this isn't perfect, again, this is our first bag. It's not that big of a deal. If it is wonky or whatever, it really doesn't matter. It's not that serious. My thing is making sure that you guys get the basics down.
And understand it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then
So
just
I'm at 4 inches right here. Like
and so just draw a line across.
I'm using a pen.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because we're gonna end up. This is gonna be on the inside of the bag, under the lining, so no one will see it.
Okay.
And do the same with the other corner.
Okay.
What material you are using? It does seem thick, but it will make for a nice stiff bag. She's using canvas. My family already calls me the bag lady, but it'd be cute to make somebody else over. Yeah.
And Marilyn, if you don't post your channel, really, you know it's okay, Mare Bear. And Barb, can you post Barb's channel so that we can all know when?
Your camera froze on us again. Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
great.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just doing it intermittently. It's not, major.
Thank you
Okay.
for keeping me calm, Eve.
Oh yeah.
You're like, yeah, it's okay.
It is okay. What's the worst that can happen? The camera shut all the way off and the channel shut down. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that big of a deal. You'll be back. We'll be back. We got you, boo. Because even if you freeze, we'll finish this bag up if I can. Okay,
That's
so
what I'm talking about.
what she did was, which is what we're going to do, is stitch along that line. So you stitch that line on the sewing machine, and then we'll cut off the peak, cut off that corner. So
Okay.
I'm going to switch my camera back to the sewing machine.
Uh-oh. You think my poor little sewing machine's gonna make it?
I hope so, girl.
We gonna see.
We rooting for it. If you have to mute, we understand. And go slow.
I'll go slow. I'll mute you guys.
Yeah, go slow. Just take your time because it ain't a race. So All right, so here are my corners. We might have should have did the other bag. Well, no, because there's a point where she like triple, quadruple folded that bag, so yours would have really been thick. So it's probably a good thing we didn't do that bag, even though in some ways it's a little easier. So for those of you following along, just stitch along that line. All right, and then stitch the other corner. Even though what you can do at this point is go ahead and cut this extra fabric. Just don't cut your stitches. Cut on this side of your stitches, not that side of your stitches, so that you have a nice bag corner. And so now we'll stitch the other corner. We'll cut this extra tree. Grandpa used to say that extra off there. And there we have the stitch bag. I'm gonna put it on the other camera so that you can see that better. Camera. Okay. So at this point, we now have what looks like a bag. Now that we have our box corners, can you see that? How that turned out? They got nice box corners, even though I think mine are off just a little bitty bit, which is why it looks kind of retarded. But here's our box. All right, so at this point, as soon as you're done with your corners, we'll attach our straps to our boxed bag. So I'm gonna go check the chat. Exactly how I used to make my tote bag, pillowcases, and how I used to. So I said, come on and sew again, Danny. Come on and sew again. Now that I think about it, Patrice, your thing is really going to be upset with us here in a little bit. It's really going to be mad.
Uh-oh. Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can hear me. Okay, so I did it, right?
Yeah.
I turned off the sound so
yes,
it wouldn't bother nobody.
So now cut your corners.
Okay. And I'm cutting right where that, not on the seam, but.
Right. That is correct.
Okay. Make sure.
And same for the other side.
One good thing about that line, I was able to follow it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's why I used to draw out my patterns and just stitch along the line. So now we're going to turn our bag inside out, or right side out rather, not inside out, but right side out.
Let's see
so
how
that
this
our
is gonna go.
seams are now going to be on the inside. This is for the outer fabric.
Okay. Hey, Joanne. Joanne, I'm still gonna call you. I just been in a hot mess this week, but Joanne's gonna help me do the serger.
Oh, cool. Yeah, serger is fun. I had to replace my throat plate on my serger. I thought I was doing something wrong, and the throat plate was broken, and I didn't know it. So I bought a replacement for it and never put it on. So I got to do that soon. But yeah, serger and I have not gotten along very well, but it's a good thing to have.
It's good. See, I don't even know what exactly like what everything it can do.
Girl, once you go through the whole circus of getting it threaded, it's great. It's a great machine, but you got to get it threaded. And if it ever comes unthreaded, it's like, oh my god, kind of like the multi needle embroidery machine where you got to unthread all this stuff. Why does she have these straps so long?
I
This is
don't know, and this
entirely
is only a
too
16.
long. Did she say maybe she wanted us to cut them in half? Let me see.
Yo, look.
Yeah,
Thank
she
you.
wanted this. We had to have cut this 28 inches in half. No, that's crazy. So I'm gonna
Oh,
cut
look
these
at my
straps in half.
corner.
Look at you. Poke it
I
out.
know. Thank you, Eve.
Poke it out. Poke it out.
I think I got it. No, this material, this is like purse material.
Yeah, you gonna have a whole leather tote going on, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But we're gonna have to get a stronger sewing machine so you can make you some leather totes. And your there you go. It's coming back. Okay, so now let's get your handles added on. And she said 28 inches, but I'm more than positive this is entirely too long. So I'm gonna cut mine in half because look
Okay.
at how long that is. It's extending past the bag, so that can't be right. So I have enough strap to make me a whole nother bag. So that's what I'm gonna cut this one. All right. Now to put your strap, this is right side out, and your side seams are over here and over there. We're going to take our strap and lay it against the outside of the bag, 4 inches from the side seam. So that's why I said there's some math here, but it's not super hard. So the outer edge of your strap is going to be at 4 inches. Okay. And then you can pin or clip that in place. And my clips are behind me. So, boop. And then you take your second strap and do the same thing. And kind of look at how what I like to do to help me make sure that my strap is right. I'll lay them side by side and slide my hand. And if it makes a little cup right here,
Mm-hmm.
then I know my strap is right. Instead of doing it like this where it's flipped over, you want it to be a little cup, little sling, just
Okay.
like that.
So, Eve.
Uh-huh. And your thing froze, so I'll wait till it refreshes and then find out what you was asking.
It froze.
Okay, it refreshed. What'd you say?
Goodness. Okay, so am I measuring 4 inches from the outer
Yes.
edge?
Yes. So let me look at you. Yep. So 4 inches from the outer edge and the outer side, the outer of the strap, and then you clip it in place. It refreshed again. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know why your thing is wanting to be mean to us tonight.
I know.
It's like she learning something new. Let's block her.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what happens. The machine and everything else. Like, yep, nope. Today's not going to be the day she's great.
Oh, that's a lie. We finna to make this bag, girl.
Oh, no, we're going to make it.
Don't stick yourself. Okay. And the same thing on the other side.
And then,
Yep.
okay.
You got your
You see, I have these.
Yep.
I didn't cut my straps,
Oh, yours alone?
but
Okay.
you see how long it is?
Yeah,
It's
that's what I
fine.
was saying. I'm sorry, 28 inches is entirely too long, so
No, it is.
I'm not doing mine that long. But again, that's what I like about this. You can totally make this adapted to what you want. If you want super short straps, you can make super short straps.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and do the same on the other side.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn this over, and you can actually see the straps. You know where they are. You don't even have to measure with this one. Just put the straps in the same place.
And the same. You know, I didn't measure this side, Eve, but it's fine.
Or you can measure it real quick, unless you already pinned it and you want to pin it again.
Yep. That pin went in.
I understand. I understand, ma'am. Sure do.
That pin is in
Right?
place. All right, we're almost
And
done.
now, what you want to do is take it to your sewing machine and just sew right across towards the top. Sew your strap in place. So we're
Okay.
going to lock our straps down. Now, once you get better at this,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to sew your straps down. You can just well, no, I'm lying. Never mind. Don't pay me no attention, because I was about to tell you something wrong. But it's been that long since I've done it. So I'm bad about finding shortcuts to stuff. So don't pay me
Mm-hmm.
no attention. I'm gonna tell you the right way to do it.
We all need shortcuts
I
sometimes.
know, but ooh, they be like, I sold my pins inside the bag, listening to the baby's booty. My bad.
It's okay.
All
So
right.
did I do this right at the top? Like it's supposed to be
Yeah.
right here, right?
Yep, that
Okay,
is
perfect.
correct. And so now we're just gonna stitch these straps in place.
All right, let's switch. Oh, I feel so official now. Let's see.
As well, you should. It's not super difficult.
Uh-oh. Am I sewing it?
And
I'm
make
trying to
sure
sew it from the inside, but
you
no, the
can. It
outside.
doesn't matter. You can. It won't hurt any, because all of this is going to be tucked in once we're done, so you won't see it. Just
Okay,
make
I'm
sure
gonna
you're
do
not
like
sewing
you.
through both layers of the bag,
Okay.
like I've done before.
Do I want to start sewing exactly on the strap or before
Yep.
the strap?
Yep. So on top of the strap, and then let me show you my crazy mess I just did because I was rushing and crooked. See, you're just sewing right across
Okay.
the strap. Because what you want to do is lock this strap in place.
Okay. So you can take one layer of this material, but 2 layers of it is too much.
Yes. Yeah. Now we know, but if you were to get like a heavy duty sewing machine,
Mm-hmm.
because I fully expect to see you sewing way more stuff.
You
Um,
know that.
so you get you a heavy duty sewing machine and you can sew way more things. Right.
All right, let's go.
Whoops. Oh man, that wasn't smart.
What's wrong?
I unclipped my other strap and hadn't stitched it down yet.
I think I'm going to be sewing for a while. I love this bag already.
And it's therapeutic now. As long as you find, now I'm gonna tell you what wasn't therapeutic for me was sewing clothing.
Mm.
So you will most likely not have me on the show helping you sew clothing. So
I'm gonna have Sharon. Sharon, are you still here?
it's gonna have to be somebody other than me because the last thing I sold clothing wise, other than a skirt. Now I can do a circle skirt. I love circle skirts. I can do them in my sleep. But I tried to sew a dress out of some
Mm-hmm.
pretty purple fabric that I had found. And when
Mm-hmm.
I put that dress on, when I tell you I look like Barney in a tent,
Oh
I
no.
said never again. Because I'm an impatient sewer. Like I want to see results the same day. And in a
Okay.
lot of instances with some clothing, you that's just there's so much prep work that's just not possible for some
Yeah.
things. And so because I'm ready to see results, it didn't work out well for me. I need to learn patience. Um, if I learn patience, then I probably could sew a outfit or whatever. Because I
Yeah.
love Mimi G. I watched her for years, still do watch Mimi G. She sews clothing, makes her own darn patterns and everything. Black lady is really awesome. Beautiful
See, I
stuff.
want to learn how to sew something like that I could wear.
Mm-hmm.
I could
Like
do
I
that.
said, the skirt I can do, but the other stuff, nah, bro.
Let's see.
Okay. Ta-da-da! We have straps, y'all.
You got
What?
stripes.
What?
April, this is some canvas fabric that I ordered from Amazon solely for doing sublimation. But I was like, okay, well, since I have this,
Mm-hmm.
and I was scared to go into Michael's, like, let me see if I could use it. But it's not the ideal fabric for this machine, I don't think. So, Sharon, are you going to come on with me one week and we can sew a sexy dress? Where am I?
I'm gonna
Where
sit
am I
on the
wear it to?
sidelines with popcorn.
You're gonna be like, now where's she gonna wear this at?
I know it's gonna be cute.
Uh-oh. I should have put it up. Let me
This is some pretty
see.
fabric. I can totally see me embroidering a big E monogram right here on the side of this bag. Totally. Well, since I got another strap, I can make another.
It is beautiful. All right, Miss Evie. We have straps, y'all.
Okay. So now our next step is going to almost finish the bag.
Okay.
So at this point, we have the right side out bag. It looks like a bag. If you, I mean, in all honesty, if you wanted to carry it now like it is, you could, but you got raw edges at the top.
Okay.
But it's basically a functional bag. So what we want to do is with the right side out, just like we have it, we're going to take our lining and we're going to slip it onto this bag like a pillowcase. So we're going to take this bag, make sure your straps are down.
Okay.
I pulled my straps up. Make sure your straps are down and tuck all of this into the bag, into the lining rather.
Okay. And leave the lining
Inside out.
inside out.
Yep. So it's going to be right sides together on the inside. Okay. And once you get all of that squished in, check on the other side. Make sure your strap is tucked down.
Oh, the strap needs to be tucked down inside.
Yes. So as you see right now with mine, you don't see anything but the lining, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but the lining. So now you're going to look for your side seams, match them up on one side. And I'm gonna pin this just to be sure it
What are you
does.
pinning? That you're pinning the top?
So I'm pinning top down into the bag with my seams matching. So the first thing I want to do is match my side seams
Okay.
because you want your handles to be perfectly opposite each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we should be able to do that by lining up the sides of the bag. So I pinned on one side. Now I'm gonna go to the other side seam, and I'm gonna pin here too. And I open up my seams on the sides, but you don't have to, especially for a beginner bag. And just make sure that both of the stitch lines match and line up and nestle up against each other.
Okay.
And then you pin or clip. It's up to you. All right, so now I have my sides clipped. Now I'm just going to go across the top, the whole top of the bag and pin, making sure that both fabrics line up with each other as far as the top matches all the way across, because I don't want to get to sewing this and then the inside fabric is down lower, and then when I take it out, I didn't stitch all the way through all of the layers. You see what I'm saying? So
Okay.
we're just going to go around.
Just make sure it's up at the top.
And pin
Is it
in.
normal for the inside layer? Maybe for mine, because my material is so weird. My inside is a little baggier than the
That's fine.
outside.
You want it to be baggier.
Okay.
Because when we flip it inside out, it'll fill everything in like it's supposed to be. It won't hurt anything. You are talking about your lining fabric, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not gonna hurt anything. But you do want it to flow with your bag. All right. And once it's pinned all the way around so that your edges line up all the way around, then we're just going to take it to the sewing machine and sew all the way around the top of the bag. Sew it closed. You don't need to leave any opening or anything because we have an opening on the side of the lining. So just stitch the whole top closed. So you're going to have to stitch through canvas and your thin fabric.
And the fabric. Right. That one's not too bad. It's just, I think it's more so the canvas and canvas.
Mm-hmm. No, she don't want to pull her handles out. The handles need to be on the inside. Handles do not need to be on the outside of the bag. They need to be on the inside of the bag.
So let's get ready. Uh-oh. And I'm still pinning it wrong. Ugh. I can't with this pinning.
It's okay. I mean, it's not against the law, so don't worry about it. I promise it's not gonna ruin the project or anything like that.
Okay.
And I used to pin perpendicular, I think is what it's called, as well.
Okay.
So it took me a while to not do that, but and it doesn't hurt anything.
Thank you.
Each person has their own sewing style. Now, when you do start sewing, we will backstitch, just because we want to definitely lock those stitches in place.
Okay.
But doesn't matter. Just stitch along the top rim of the bag.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're stitching through handles as well. It's fine.
So when I get to these corners, Eve, what am I gonna do? Just keep turning?
Just keep rolling the bag.
Okay.
Keep rolling and keep stitching. Roll and stitch. Because we want the whole top rim of this bag stitched shut. So yeah, you're gonna have to stitch through your handles and everything, unfortunately, but and stitch through the side seams, whole top rim.
I'm gonna go get some difficult fabric.
Yeah, but like I said, it's gonna be a 30 bag. Oh, am I ready?
Uh-oh. I think I did something wrong. Uh-oh. Okay, no, I didn't. Just being paranoid as usual. I'm coming too. Evie, are you done stitching yours?
I am. It's
You're
all
like, I'm
right.
not doing nothing with this girl anymore. She takes
No,
too long.
your machine. That's a lot of I didn't realize that fabric was that thick. It didn't
That's
look
it.
that thick on camera. So
Yeah,
yeah, no,
no.
it's no rush. I promise it's not.
Thank you.
Just be careful and watch for your pins.
Okay.
Because it looked like you almost around the way you started anyway. So you about
Yeah.
done. Yeah. Arlene Wade said this is so cool.
Huh?
Arlene Wade said this is so cool. SEW.
Oh. Thanks, Eileen.
Ooh, Marilyn, that would be cute to sew with cork fabric. That would be pretty. I have some denim I would love to make bags out of with denim mixed with denim and another fabric. Oh my
Uh-huh.
goodness. That would be
So,
super.
what type of machine sews denim and like
Mm,
heavier?
they have heavy duty machines. Like for instance, they sell one at Walmart. It's a gray Singer. That is a heavy duty machine. Or it says it's heavy duty. You also can benefit by getting like a jean or denim needle for
Mm-hmm.
your machine.
See, that's it.
Um, so but aside from this, see, it did pretty good. It's just where the handle was, right?
Yeah,
That
and
is
that was like the seam. That was
the
the seam. The
seam. Yeah,
handle
yeah.
actually pretty fine.
Oh, that's good. See, yours is doing good.
Like that corner. Oh, got a little bunchy.
And then don't forget the back stitch when you get to the same place you was.
Okay, let me. Okay, back stitch right here.
Sweet.
Yeah.
OMG. I see the finish line. What did I just
I
not know?
know. It was looking a little bleak for a little bit.
No, never. Never. We
All right.
always can make it work.
All right.
All right. So everything is tucked in nice and neat. So find your opening on the side, reach in and pull your pretty bag out.
This might be the part that might be hard for me. This
It,
material's so thick.
it might be, but just take your time because you don't want to tear the opening where. But you did 4 inches, so that's actually
Should be
plenty.
enough.
Should be plenty to pull that thing through.
Okay. So remember the opening, y'all, that we didn't close.
There's your handles. Pull everything out so you can see it. Then when you get to the lining, turn your lining inside out. Boop. And there's your lining to your bag. Pull out all your little corners and straighten out all your little seams.
Okay. All right. Just got to be a little careful.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll come out. I still have almost a half of my tea left. What is going on? That means I was really into this.
Working and getting it done.
Yep. Okay, I'm trying not to rip this. Okay, there's some handles. Uh-oh. Let's see how this goes. Yeah.
And just take your time, pull out a little handful of fabric at a time, and just,
Okay.
like I said, there's no rush.
Okay. Thank you, because I was feeling the pressure.
Child, no. Now, if you was making this for a customer and the customer was standing there looking at you, then yeah, that'd be a little bit different. But this is just for us. We're chilling. We having a good time.
Okay.
And Shayna, she said you're gonna be so proud of the finished piece, and you will, even with the thicker fabric. Sometimes those more difficult fabrics make the prettier bags, man, because it's just like, wow, that was a lot of work, but it turned out really nice.
It actually worked. I just gotta give it one push.
Yep, there you go. All right, now turn your lining inside out.
Okay.
Or pull it all the way through, rather. And poke out your corners. Yep.
This kind of reminds me of that project that I did. Remember you told me about Little Bee?
Mm-hmm.
The website.
Yes.
So I found an embroidery design in the hoop that's very similar to this.
Yes, that is correct. This is how, most of your things are lined so that you don't see the seams and stuff, the raw edges of your seams. It's all done, this way. So after everything is pulled out and apart, now there's a couple of ways you can close up your bag. So where's my opening? My opening is right here. All right, so here's your opening. You can, kind of squish it together where it looks like the rest of the seam. And then you can just take a straight stitch. It's 3 ways you can do this. You can take a straight stitch and you can just sew right here, because this is the lining, the inside of the bag. Nobody is going to see that at all, I promise. So you can sew that shut and it'll be kind of wonky looking, but that's up to you. Or if you know how to take a needle and thread and do a ladder stitch, you can ladder stitch this closed. Or you can do my favorite way and just get hem tape and put hem tape, squish hem tape in the middle of that thing and iron it shut, because the hem tape will melt and glue it together. So here's hem tape.
I think I bought hem tape because of you, but I don't know where it's at right now.
No worries. I mean, you don't have to. We can just take it and stitch it. I'm just showing right now. You can just glue it shut if you want to, and then you don't have to sew it. But since we have to sew again anyway, we're going to take it to the sewing machine and just stitch this shut. So your 4 inches that you just had open, we'll go ahead and just stitch it closed. There's no real right or wrong way to do it. Just find where it starts.
Mm-hmm.
And if it helps, put a pin just on the other side of where it starts so that you'll know, you won't forget where you're supposed to start stitching. And then you can put a pin on the other side, just on the other side of where it stops. So if it stops right here, I'm going to put a pin on this side of it to remind me of where to stop. And I'm just going to stitch it close to the edge to stitch this shut.
Okay. That's why
starting at one pin and ending at the other. And for you, because it's the lining, it shouldn't hurt anything to
Yeah.
Stitch that. Alrighty. And that closes up your bag so that you don't have to worry about, you know, how things you wear a hole in your pocket and your change will fall through
Mm-hmm.
to the inside of the bag. You don't have to worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
All right. And so as you see on mine, you can actually see with the dark thread the seam, but it doesn't hurt anything. Because like I said, now we're gonna push the lining in.
Okay. This is my new favorite bag now.
Especially since it looks like Duncan.
Yep.
All
I'm gonna go
right.
take it when I go get my tea tomorrow. I'm gonna take it in there with me.
Hilarious. And the fact that they know you, they'll be like, "Oh, that's cute."
Uh-huh.
Yes. So if you the very final thing to do would be to top stitch around the edge, and the reason for that is to give it a nice polished look at the top. And if you wash this, your lining won't come out; it'll stay down in the bag.
Okay.
So I'm just going around the top of the bag, making sure, you know, kind of getting the seam to be nice and even.
Okay.
And
Just...
under normal professional circumstances, I would just press this so that it'll be nice and crisp as we go. But this is just for funsies.
Okay.
And so your machine may have some issue at the seam again, because now again it's stitching through all those seams. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. Oh,
And then
my
we'll be
inner
done.
lining is showing now. It's gonna show still.
Keep pushing it down, squish it down, because you control the lining. So it may be extra lining puddled at the bottom of the bag that won't hurt anything, but kind of take your fingers and roll the seam so that that seam is to the inside.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Just don't worry about the inside. Roll it from your top seam. Yep. And just make it be to the inside.
Okay. And then when we sew it, are we sewing? We're going to be sewing on
all the way
top
around.
of the outside.
Yep. Just like we did. The only difference is now your handles are going to be up out of the way instead of down.
Okay.
So that your handles will be up. This is crazy to me because I just knew you was sewing before. Where did I get that from?
Because I do a little bit of embroidery, but you know I don't know anything.
No, you know a lot, but I heard. Well, I'm proud of y'all sewing the bonnet. Then that was really your first sewing project, then, right? Oh, I think your camera might have froze, man. But here you are.
I lost. You lost me.
Yeah, briefly, but you back.
Sorry.
No worries.
But yeah, I did that bonnet before. Sharon told me, or she actually showed me one night how to do it.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I just remembered. But yeah.
So once you get your top tucked in and pinned all the way around, then we're just gonna sew probably like about a finger width again, seam allowance from the top. Okay. And your handles will be up straight, so not tucked in. The handles need to be up to the outside. So just keep that in mind. So if you can see, or those of you can see my sewing machine, my handles are up over to the right.
Thank you guys for saying that we did good. It was all Eve's assistance and guidance.
I love sew now. Love. make window treatments, pillows, pillowcases, bags, stuff like that. Just not clothing. Oh, baby bibs, because that's how baby blankets. That's how it started. I sewed the baby bib together, made the pattern, and sewed the baby bib.
I haven't even started yet sewing. Sorry.
You're fine. You are absolutely okay. All right.
Okay. I got these pens. I can't remember these pens for nothing.
Yeah, them pins will mess
Yeah,
you
I
up.
can't.
Be careful.
I can't remember. And you said like a fingers.
Yeah,
Uh.
it's about yeah. Along the outer top edge of that bag.
Okay.
It's called a top stitch. We are top stitching the bag. It's a decorative finish, and it also, like I said, holds that line in place. Look at something. I want to see. I remember her saying that.
I might turn off the sound eve only because it's a little thick right there.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not bothering us right now,
Okay.
especially with you going slow.
I know. I'm trying not to break anything.
I know that's the only part that I was a little worried about, but when you go slow, it's less likely to nick your bobbin case.
That's good.
Oh, Miss Bobby, the only reason why I'm like this is because I don't want to say nervous, but I was like overly excited about coming on and I got overheated. So that's why I got the thingy. Patricia Chang, no, Ching, I didn't because for right now, I didn't have her change the stitch length for the top stitch because I wanted is to be simple without making any crazy changes or nothing like that to get used to stitching. But yes, normally when you do a top stitching, you change your stitch to the longest stitch length because it's prettier normally and it's faster. It finishes it up faster.
Oh, it's that. Oh, okay. Well, that's for another time.
Mm-hmm.
Aloha, Patricia. She lives in my favorite place. Eve.
Aloha.
And let's see. All right, we going. We making. Look what this fabric did to the pen. It just like bent my poor
Yeah,
pen. You can't see
yeah.
it, huh?
No, but thick fabric will mess your stuff up.
Oh, messed it up, but it's okay. Uh oh. Yeah, about to. All right, now we're back. All right, so I'm gonna have to.
Hold on there. And then clip around the sides. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't remember her saying to do it on both. So under normal circumstances, my mic is cutting in and out some. Hold on a little bit. Uh-oh. Okay, well this should be better now. But normally when I do a bag like this, there's a couple of things that I would do a little different. Like for instance, you know how we box the corners of the outside fabric?
Mm-hmm.
I would have boxed the corners of the lining fabric as well, so that once you tuck your lining inside, even the boxed corners should match up with the inside of the bag.
Okay.
So I would have done that. The second thing I would do, which especially if I was giving this to someone,
Mm-hmm.
I would take the time, because my inside lining would be boxed along with the outside. I would take a needle and thread and kind of stitch along at the corners to
Okay.
definitely hold that lining down in the bag, so that the lining can't, because the lining, as you can see, still can come out of the bag, but
Mm-hmm.
with it stitched down towards the inside, it doesn't come out. But I mean, if you're not washing this bag like that, then you shouldn't have to worry about the lining coming up out of it. And then the other thing I would do is add pockets to the inside or the outside for that matter. So you definitely can add a pocket. That's a lesson for another day.
Mm-hmm.
You also, as I was mentioning earlier, we could monogram embroider it, but I would do all of that before sewing any of it together. I would embroider on just the cut square fabric first,
Mm-hmm.
then start stitching stuff together.
Yeah.
So just a couple of tips of some
Yeah.
other
This is not.
stuff that
I
I
got to
would or
end.
wouldn't do differently with the bag. But mine was not 16 by 16. Mine was 16 by 20. So it's a little longer than her bag.
Yeah. I stuck with that 16 because I pre-cut everything and
Mm-hmm.
pre-pressed it.
Right. And sublimated it. So that
Yeah.
makes sense. So as you can probably see, my handles are off. They're not perfectly lined up. On this side they are, but on this side they're not. So I mean, there are things that, the little imperfections that you'll deal with as time goes on, but you'll get better. And you'll be able to do these bags with your eyes closed.
Okay.
What
I'm
really
making another bag tomorrow.
well, all I know is I get off my sewing machine. I don't know what all I'll be making now, but I really want to make another bag because I have another strap. So I don't want a strap sitting there.
Yeah, I'm making another bag tomorrow. I actually have other fabric. When you mentioned the fabric that you had, I remembered that fabric that my grandma gave me. So I'll be practicing. I forgot all about it. Yo, Eve, we have a bag.
I love it.
Oh, thank you, Eve. Look, y'all. It's got some string.
Things. I love it. Yours is super cute.
It got a little bit wrinkled when I was pulling it out of the
Right.
rabbit hole.
Girl, a little bit of steam, straighten that sucker right on out.
Look, y'all, my inside. Oh, let me switch cameras.
You gonna model our bag for us? Don't throw it over your shoulder and sashay for us. Do the model face. Oh, I took over the show. Hi, everybody. I'm Craftable Eve, and today already. So you'll have to keep watching. Oh, I'm sorry, it's her show again. Sorry.
No, you're
Look at you. craftable things. We crafting things.
Look how cute, y'all.
Sublimation and sewing.
So this was sublimation. The inside was even sublimation on that 60/40 polyester.
Cute. And mine wasn't sublimated, but it's African print fabric,
Which is
African wax
gorgeous.
fabric, actually. And I made mine long so that wine bottles will fit. And because we need a couple of wine bottles right about now. And it's cute. Like these are just simple tote bags that, instead of going to the grocery store and them putting the groceries in their little plastic bags, we're going to be earth friendly and we're going to carry stuff in our reusable bags that can be washed because they're nice and sturdy.
Yes.
Love it. It wasn't
Thank
too
you,
stressful,
E.
was it?
Huh?
It wasn't too stressful, was it?
No, this was a stress reliever. Like
Okay.
this was a stress reliever, anxiety reliever. Like this was perfect for me to end this week and just I feel good.
Woo! Easy peasy mac and cheesy. And like I said, you can even try the other bag that wasn't lined. The way she did hers, it was actually really cute. I like how she did the French seams or hid the seams. It's just that's a really nice bag too. But
That was
my
nice.
favorite are the lined bags. So because you can put pockets in there and I'm gonna show
Yeah.
you. Let me show you something that I made. I
And
used
Eve,
to
can
make them
you
a lot.
make like a reversible bag?
Yes, you can. So
I'm so
this is something
excited
I
about
used
this
to make
bag.
all the time. I used to make purse organizers,
Mm-hmm.
and I made my own pattern, measured it out, and had it where so whenever I change a pocketbook, I just take this out and put this in the new pocketbook, and then change the pocketbook, take this out and put it in the new pocketbook. All of my craziness is in here, and I
That
got
is
places for
awesome.
pins and yeah, I really need to get the pattern and put it out there and show how to make it because I used to make these all the time, and I made
Yes,
my own patterns.
I would
So,
love to make one of those.
girl, this thing
And
was fun.
but that goes perfect with Get.
Getting
That
it
goes
together.
perfect with Get.
Yes,
It
it does.
does.
You're
It
right.
does.
I haven't made one in a while, but I'll have to make one because you can tell this one is old. Is the heels is dirty. It's dirty. So I need to make another one. But at any rate, yeah,
Oh,
love to sew. Thank you for sewing with me. That was fun.
no, thank you, Eve. Thank you for sewing with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. I think we need to make this like a monthly date night situation because I feel so much better. I do feel a lot better, and I'm glad that I made something so nice. Thank you, because girl, I don't know if I would have did it by myself.
But you took the cake, you sublimated it. You know what I'm saying? You took that to a whole different level. Forget going to Michael's and getting fabric. You know what I'm saying? Make your own fabric. And so
Yeah.
the fabric that I have on the boat, I could put anything on there and make a custom bag, make some money, and I
Yep.
can even just like I did with this one, use the exact same just plain fabric as a lining or sublimate a really cute lining, with a
Yep.
secret look to it or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool. The things that you can do when you break out a sewing machine and get some sublimation added to it. That was cool.
Yeah, no, this was cool. I can't wait to do more. I am gonna do more of these because it was actually very easy to do for the most part. I
Mm-hmm.
just have to get like the right fabric. So my fabric y'all was too thick for the machine and for the needle. But somehow we persevered. Eve was very patient with me, so thank you. And I had to go slow,
Mm-hmm.
but we did it. So I'm excited about my bag, y'all.
I'm excited about it. 'Cause that was neat. That was cute. That was a cute
Look,
idea.
y'all.
Right?
I
Right?
got my tea
Right?
and my bag.
Look, do your model pose, girl. Show 755. Do that model pose. Yas. What? What? Vogue.
hanging out with me now for 2 hours
All right. Love
through all of my
everything.
mishaps. Huh?
I know, right? Both of us. My mic cut out. Your mic cut out. I'm switching crazy cameras and not switching cameras. It was fun. I enjoyed every bit of it.
We made it. We ended with laughter and not tears. So that is a good thing.
Right.
That is a good thing.
Yeah, Craftable me said sublimating was genius. It was. It really was. It really
Thank
was.
you. Dims, I need to see. Okay, Dims has her bag. Dims, I need to see your bag. We're gonna bring you on for a second. Let me send you the link because I want to see your bag, and then we gotta go. Dims made she made a bonnet when we made the bonnets the other week. She made a bonnet with us too.
Nice. Okay.
Hers looks really good. Let me send her. Hold on a second. Dims, I'm gonna send it to your messenger. Hold on. I want to see her bag.
Hey,
That's Dims' sister. No, you're good. Go ahead. You not be talking too much.
Sissy says she wants an insert. Okay. That works as a desk organizer. Yeah, because this one, the way I make them, I put a insert in the bottom so that it'll stay rigid and not fold up and stuff. So yeah, I need to do a thing on this because this was long before I got on YouTube. I was making these. I don't know why I ain't done a tutorial on this yet. Probably because I keep crap in it and such. So,
but I would love a tutorial on that, because I need to be more organized.
That works.
That's our plan for this year.
That works.
Thanks y'all so much for joining Eve and I tonight. This was so much fun.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Oh.
Now, are you gonna get a dedicated sewing machine?
I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get one because, like, I love this material for the bag because it's the way that it feels is very sturdy. Right. I can have it out and the rain won't bother it. Like exactly. That's what it feels like.
Exactly.
So, Lakeisha's
you can put
here.
Groceries in it, canned goods, and all that stuff. Man, yes, that's a good bag.
Exactly. So, Lakeisha, you ready, honey? I'm about to bring you on. Hey, look at her bonnet. Hey, boo. But you gotta unmute yourself. Don't be like me. Y'all know I was on a whole 10 minutes with no sound talking. Hey, boo.
So look, I want to show you, Eve. This is my bonnet from last week.
Oh, it's cute. I love it. Oh, look at the little Afro puffs.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't made a bonnet. I watched the video, but I didn't make a bonnet. Ooh. I love that.
I like that fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And see, because I'm
her
tall.
own size.
Yes, I'm tall, so I like the long straps.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. See?
Oh,
and look at the anchors on the inside. Oh, Hawaii baby. Oh,
it's just random fabric. Let me see if I can put it on so y'all can see how long it is.
Modeling, Vogue.
Okay.
Vogue, holler. Y'all.
Holler. So yeah.
Holler.
This was fun. Yes.
Fun.
Thank y'all so much.
I know y'all want to see all three of us with our bag at the same time, don't you? Don't you want to see all three of us? Come on, Patrice, get your bag. Oh,
okay. Let's do it.
Oh, let me. I'm gonna go this side like she is.
Oh
wait, which side? Which side am I supposed to be on?
That side. Oh, am I the wrong side? Am I the wrong side? I can't tell, child. Look, I'm so. Holler.
How you doing?
Screenshot. Get the screenshot.
Yeah.
I love it.
It came out so good. I'm going to be making more.
So be sure to post in the group if you've made a bag. We'd love to see y'all's bags, please.
Well, I'm not on Facebook right now, so I'll just have to maybe send it to you in Messenger. You can share in your group if you like.
Yes.
The front row seat on YouTube, so you ain't got them.
Okay.
I'll put it on my page, on my short.
Okay,
I'll make a short. Yeah. Okay.
Put it on there. All right, ladies.
I'm gonna drop down. I got to get ready to go to bed. I got work in the morning.
Good night, Sims.
Yes, love y'all. Thank y'all for having me up.
you. Of
Bye,
course.
everybody.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
Later. So I'm gonna put in the chat right before we're about to get off Eve because we got other places to be too.
I
So
know, right?
I'm gonna put in here the link to that fabric that I used. So that you guys, if you want to get it, I think it's on sale now.
Okay.
But in case you want it, okay? I know a few people asked me what material I use, so I'm gonna put that here. And y'all, it has been a pleasure. Thank you all so much for taking out time from your day to spend with Eve and I. We absolutely appreciate every single second you spent with us.
Oh yeah.
And please remember to join us next week for date night. I'll be here. Maybe my mic will be working. Maybe my brain will be working. I don't know. We're going to see. You never know what you're going to get. But thank you. I love y'all. And I forgot to check the community. And I'm going to say who won that DTF shirt that I did. I forgot, but it's too late now. So I'll put it in the community. Love y'all and have an amazing weekend. Bye.